Well, Riley, Ashley, and Dad are over here wrapping up the last couple logs of this big log pile that we've been working on over the week. A lot of sawdust.
About done.
Is that log just scrap?
Yeah, that's scrap. Same stuff for road base.
Tired.
Yeah, 3-inch minus
Woo.
road base. We're gonna clean it all up and grade it a little bit.
It's Monday. Dad has been working on the driveway more, slowly making our way down to the bottom here, putting down more and more driveway fabric. We ordered another 40 yards of road base. This looks nice and packed down. We're putting about a 3-inch layer over the top of the driveway fabric. And then once we have the entire road base done, we're going to be ordering 1-inch minus for the topping layer. Looks like we're almost through with this driveway fabric. We're gonna have to order another roll to finish the turnaround circle. Today's another overcast day, and once again the solar has been struggling to keep up because we still have that refrigerator. We still have that absorption refrigerator. Been sprinkling on and off today, no serious rain. Over here we finished processing that large log pile, and Dad came and with the tractor and flattened it all out. So we'll be putting down some road base here as well for the shipping container for the Conex. How's everyone doing in here?
Good.
We've been keeping the lights off, just try to conserve as much electricity as we can. Shadow. Hi. It's Wednesday. Ashley finally decided to go to the DMV and register her vehicle. She also got her real ID, so it's going to be in the mail in a couple weeks. So we're taking off her old Oregon license plates. She got new ones. She decided to go with the flower theme. Only have to put on license plates on the rear of the vehicle in Alaska. Yesterday we went and purchased another roll of driveway fabric, and it's currently up there, partially up the driveway. And we also bought some 16-foot hem-fir beams. We're going to be cutting these in half, and they're going to be used as supports underneath the Conexes. So we'll have 8-foot lengths on the ends of the Conex. Dad's already started moving some of the 3-inch road base material from up top and spreading it down here where one of the Conexes is going to go. Been overcast and rainy most of the day today, and this is the first sun break we have. Our battery systems are only at like 10%. They've been struggling all morning, but we're finally getting some good sunshine. So hopefully they're able to charge up reasonably for tonight. Let's see what your car looks like without a front license plate.
Kinda gross, actually.
Ew! We gotta wash these cars. They're all muddy and gross. And Ashley got the Z tag, which means she never has to register her car ever again in Alaska. It's a one-time permanent registration for the rest of the life of the vehicle, unless she sells it or something. We also ordered some new 1-inch minus gravel over here. We still have some 3-inch minus left over up the top of the hill, but we ordered 40 yards of this new stuff. This is going to be what we use for topping gravel for all of the road. And we're also going to be putting the 1-inch minus over here underneath the shelter logic, the garage pop-up tent. So this is currently just raw dirt, but we're going to be putting a good 2 or 3 inches of that 1-inch minus as a base, so that when you walk in there, even though it's covered, there'll be a nice gravel floor. Keep anything that's on the floor dry, even though it is a covered area. And Matthew and Dad buried these hooks in the ground. So these will be anchor points, just to make sure that the shelter logic doesn't blow away in the wind if we have a windstorm. We'll be putting the 2 or 3 inches of 1-inch minus over the top of this pad here.
Matthew's just about ready to go.
Okay. Shadow. Shadow. Hi. We've been trying to limit how much we use the travel trailer's toilet because we have no way of currently emptying out the black water tank right now. So we're making fairly frequent trips into town to use the convenience store restrooms.
Take road-based delivery down here.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just consolidate it all.
Okay.
And then that would clear up the whole area for fines.
Okay.
That's the next logical step.
Okay. It's Friday. We've slowly been making progress on the parking lot. We got all the 1" minus on this half, on the left half. We picked this up at Home Depot. It's a 20" plate compactor. We're going to be using it to compact down this fine 1" minus gravel. And hopefully this weekend we're actually going to be able to move the travel trailer onto the parking lot. Yesterday we moved this Conex back into position. Dad built up a gravel base using the 1" minus that we ordered. So now instead of this being dirt here, it's a nice gravel base. It's not packed down with the compactor yet. We're probably not going to compact it with the machine because the only traffic in here is just going to be, you know, foot traffic and the ATV. Yeah, all of this is still a little bit unsettled. We have a small pile of 1" minus here that we can use in the future to kind of fill out this area once we build up the RV outlet. Dad's bringing the remaining 3" minus road base down from the top and consolidating it down here. On Monday we're going to have another 40 yards of road base brought in so that we can start working on the actual turnaround. We also secured down the corners of the shelter logic. We have these buried anchors in the ground and they're secured in with these wires. Same over here. So we're done moving this thing. It's in its final place. There should be enough room over here to work on the utility shed with the tractor without potentially running into this thing. Still using the generator to pump our water well into the trailer. And we've also been using it to top off the battery systems in the trailer when we have overcast days. Still waiting on the refrigerator to show up. It's been over 3 weeks since I ordered it, but stuff just takes a really long time to get here in Alaska. Over here, Dad finished flattening out and grading this road base patch. This is where one of the shipping containers is going to go. So it's been all flattened and smoothed out. It's Saturday. We've been running errands all day. And most importantly, the travel trailer is gone. And now it's in its final spot on the parking lot. Yesterday we used the compactor to pack down all this gravel here so that we could park the travel trailer in its final location on the parking lot. We have the whole trailer leveled appropriately. We got some logs here that we're using to stabilize the front and to make sure that it's level front to back and it's level side to side. We drove out to Houston, Alaska to dump our Blackwater tank. It was completely full. We have a honey wagon arriving at the end of next week, so we'll be using that to empty out our black tank and transport it to the nearest dump station instead of driving this thing out to a dump station every week or so. Because the plan here is for this to be a permanent trailer on the property. We don't want to have to drive it back and forth out all these logging roads. I'm a little bit concerned about these trees here. It could and probably will block some of our solar production, as well as it could be an obstacle for Starlink. We had the antenna back there on the back of the trailer, And now these trees are going to be quite close to that antenna. Even though the antenna does point this way, it could add obstructions to our Starlink signal. So now we're going to be working on seeing if this hose can reach all the way to the back of the trailer. It's quite a bit further than just being over here. Matthew and Ashley are unloading our vehicles again back into the travel trailer. We have to take all of our stuff out of the travel trailer to make weight, especially when I'm pulling it with this Tundra. It can just barely handle that much weight. So we unload as much as we can when we transport it. Right about where I'm walking here is eventually going to be a 20-foot Conex. So we have to finish the parking lot area with fines with 1" minus. And then we'll be ready to have 2 Conexes delivered, one here and one over there where Dad's Ford is. So we're almost to the point of getting some storage, some weather-tight storage on the property. That'll be really nice. This Shelter Logic has been holding up nice. Very sturdy now that it's tied down to the ground.
Welcome to mi casa. Come on in.
The lights turned on in here. I'm really worried about these trees here. They're pretty close. We might have to start chopping them down and letting them fall into the forest just to make sure that they're not stifling our solar production.
Right.
Are we about ready to move your bed back into the room?
Just getting my sawdust off me before I do a
Oh.
bunch of bed stuff.
Yeah, that's smart. Shadow. Shadow. Hi. So now that the travel trailer is off the turnaround circle, we can continue work on the driveway all the way down here and all the way around. We're making good progress. Well, today's Tuesday. It's a great sunny day today. The solar's charging up. We ordered 40 more yards of 3" minus road base. And up at the top of the driveway, we have an extra 20 yards of 1" minus. And today we're rolling out the second driveway fabric, and we're going to be rolling it all the way around the circle. We should have enough length of this to go all the way around without having to buy a third roll, but we'll see. We haven't exactly measured it out yet, but
Let's just take it all the way here.
yeah, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't just roll it all the way out to,
Let me start putting gravel on right away.
yeah. All right.
We don't have to do all the fabric right away, so let's just bring it all the way to this rock,
Yep.
and I'll start putting fabric.
careful, you're dragging. You're dragging. Well, we're just finishing up the driveway fabric. We're pretty lucky. We had just enough to complete the circle here. Maybe just another couple rolls around and we were gonna be completely out of driveway fabric, and it would have been horrible to have to get a whole nother roll just to finish up a couple feet. Yeah, we have all of this 3" minus road base just to hold the driveway fabric down. There's some slight wind gusts every couple minutes that keep blowing the tarp around, so we've been strategically putting this road base at all the corners and where we make our turns. Just trying to keep it nice and flat, no crinkles. I mean, you can't get all the crinkles out, but we're doing our best to keep it flat. Yeah, see, there's a wind gust coming up under this right now. So next step is just to cut it over there across, and then we're gonna fold this whole thing over to make a nice edge with this drainage ditch.